Morning, folks. Today I'm just going to go through Microsoft Teams. So I've opened my Microsoft Teams. I'm going to sort of just create a new group, and I'm not going to put any students or any contact details in because of the fact that this is going online. So I've got my Microsoft Teams open here, and I'll just go through all the various little tabs. So you've got this little tab here, which obviously links to your Word, your PowerPoint, and all that sort of stuff. So that's all your sort of kind of like Microsoft Word stuff and your Outlook as well. So if I click on this little tab, it allows me to create a new chat. So if I'm in chat, for example, I can create a new chat by clicking on that. And then I can click on this little tab or discard it if I want to as well. This little symbol here, if you click on that, you've got your availability. So you can put you're busy. Some people I've noticed are busy or appear straight away. So this is your status. So if it's green, basically you're online. If you click on settings, you've got settings in terms of how you want your Microsoft Teams to look. So you can have it like sort of some people like that, some people like it like that. Okay, so it depends on how you want your Microsoft Team, sorry, not Microsoft, Microsoft Teams to look. So if you go to privacy, you've got various things in terms of privacy. So you've got manage access priority. You've got block contacts if you want to block certain people. You can put. There's surveys that pop up. So if you do a video conference, for example, you can switch that off. Notifications. I've not really played around with this. I think you just sort of need to play around with this to get your correct settings. And you've got call answering rules as well. So it's a little bit like sort of kind of your home phone type handheld changing, etc. So you can have it to call me or put it to voicemail if you want to. Okay, so that's available there for you. So activity. This is all the activity that's been happening on my page. So you clearly see students have been submitting work. Chats. These are chats with individuals on this particular account. Okay, so and then teams. So these are the teams that I've got available to me. So if I go back, so these are the teams. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new team. So you've got this little cog here. So if you click on the cog, you've got manage teams or view, switch views. So if I click on switch views, it will again go back to this page and my settings page and allow me to change certain things on it again. I'm going to create a new team. So if I click on that, and it's going to ask me join a team with a code. So if, for example, there's a code available, you can do that, or you can just create a new team. So I'm just going to click on create a new team. It says class, professional learning, community, staff, or other. So if you're creating one for your staff members, for example, this is the one you might want to click on. So I'm going to choose class, and I'm just going to call it test. I'm going to say test there as well. Go next. And it will ask me to search for students. So this is where you put the student details in. You put their ID or their name. You have to do this a few times, and then it'll find them. Once it's found them, they're in that group, so they've got access to your group. What I found is if you've got external emails from students that are not in your system, it will not recognize them. So, for example, in your Hotmail, you've got certain people, it will recognize those. But if it's an external account that's not in your system, then it won't recognize it. You've got teachers, so you can put teachers in as well. I'm going to skip that. So that's how you add them. If you click on this little tab here, so now I've created my group. It's now in my group list. There it is. And I can just double click it, open it. Click on this little tab. I've got manage team. So if I click on that, I can manage the team. So this clearly shows that it's me, the owner, and I can add members from here as well. I can go to here and click on edit team. And then I can customize this. I can upload a picture. I can rename it, etc. So I can do all that here as well. So those are the settings for that. If I go to here, I can go to get a link for a team. So this is my link. So if you want to copy and paste that and send it to somebody for them to view your page, so you can copy the link for this. If I click back in here, I can also leave the team if I wish as well. So I've got my team set up. So I'm still in Teams. I'm gonna go to Teams, and once I'm in Teams, I can now upload materials, etc. So you got up here, you've got post files, you've got classbook notes, you've got assignments. So if I click on post, and here you've got some tabs. So for example, this one allows you to write something, and it allows you to customize the information. If you don't want it, just delete it like this. This tab here allows you to attach documents, so you can attach it from your OneDrive, upload from your computer, or you can upload a recent document that you've got in your list that you uploaded for maybe for another group. You've got emojis, so if you want to add an emoji, you've got these as well. You've got GIFs, you've got pictorial images as well, so you've got these kind of imagey things that students sometimes like to post, young people like, and it gives them a little bit of motivation, so you can put those up as well. And then this tab is probably the one that you guys would probably want to know the most. This is your meeting now. So if you click on that, it will come up with a video. So you can turn the camera off. There you go, camera's off, so I'm not in camera anymore. And then you can also schedule when you would like this meeting. So if you click on schedule, you can put down a time. So you can put, I'm going to put a test. I'm going to put in certain times, so maybe the 27th. And I'm going to put a few notes, location, and add participants. So this is where you can add your staff members, for example, or your students, and it will send them a reminder via email to let them know that there is a meeting at this particular time that they need to attend. So that's quite useful. So I'm just going to discard that, close that, discard, and I'm going to go back to my group again. So go back to Teams, go back to my group. There's test, and so yeah, so that's your meeting tab. Once you're in, here you've got these tabs. So this one closes off your camera. You can mute it. This one allows you to share content. So if you've got a PowerPoint, for example, you can share that. This tab allows you to record the screen if you wish, show meeting notes, and show details of the settings. Here, you can type in the BMC, the staff member, and invite people to join your meeting. Okay. You can show conversation, and this tab here, if you click on that, it will this bar will disappear. If you click on it, it will reappear. So just bear that in mind. So, when you're using this, make sure that is clicked on so you can see all this element here. Once you've finished your call, you can just click on that and it will close the call. And you can also rate it and send feedback to Microsoft Teams. So if I go back to Microsoft Teams class, you've also got this little tab here, which I've been using quite a lot, which allows you to give appraisals to your students or your staff members. So that's quite useful as well. This little tab here is essentially the weather. I've not used it really, to tell you the truth. And if you click here, you can also upload additional apps, Wikipedia, forms, stocks. If you go to more apps, it'll take you to a library of apps that you can actually apply into your Microsoft Teams if you want. So yeah, so YouTube, if you want to watch YouTube, so if I put in, I don't know, I'm just going to put in film, it will browse the internet. So if you've got like a title for videos that you've uploaded, it'll browse the internet. Unfortunately, my internet is quite slow, as you can see. It'll find a video, and it'll give you your visual, and then you can post that onto this page. So if I put in, I don't know, drama, search that, and it's doing another search. You can also put a link in here if you want to as well. And the link will obviously go to the specific video that you need. So yeah, that's what that is for. I'm going to stop this because it's taking too long, and he hasn't found it. So yeah, that's your Teams. Your assignments. Here you can go by group and look at what assignments you've uploaded for individual groups. Your calendar. So there's your calendar. So you can import a meeting request, and again you can send this to individual team members. But no, save it. And I think that will send it to their email account. I've not used this, but I'm from the look of it, I think that's what it does. Okay, so it's worth giving it a go. You've got your calendar. over here as well. So you know, everything that you need to have in your calendar is here. It's not in sync with your normal calendar, but it has got everything that you need in here. I think it might be, you know, because this did not appear, so I think Carly sent me that, and that's why that is there right now. Then you got your calls. So this is where you can call individuals, and it gives you your contacts, your history, etc. Then this tab here is additional resources. So whatever additional resources you need is over here as well. So yeah, the main two tabs really is your teams. So you go to your team, you click on that, and you upload whatever content you want to upload. So for example, if you want to upload an image, if I go to my file from computer, find an image, so maybe some students have sent you some work, upload that. Again, it depends on your internet. So my internet is not the greatest, and it'll upload that. So you should start to populate stuff. Again, once you've uploaded stuff, you can like it here. So you click on these tabs to like the content that your students may have sent you. But yeah, I'm just going to summarize. So yeah, your Microsoft team, there's your team. If you want to do a video conference, you click on that one. If you want to do chats, you click on this one here, and you can do a one-to-one chat. So if, for example, I go to a student, I can do an individual chat via this as well. And again, it'll give you some tabs for you to search over here as well. So name, search for the student, and it'll come up, and then you can chat via this as well. You can pin them to the top. You can have a favorites group as well. So if you want to add a favorites, all the favorite people that you talk to on a regular basis, you can add them into favorites, so it's easy for you to search, etc. Your teams obviously is this, and these are key tabs that you need to be aware of. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's as much as you need to know really. If you've got any questions, just drop me a message on one of my groups, and I'm happy to sort of ask any questions. Thank you for watching. See you later. Bye bye.